You won't believe what went down when Kandi Burruss's daughter Riley took the spotlight on Bravo's new reality spin-off, Next Gen NYC. Riley, now 22, might have followed her mom's reality TV footsteps, but she's making headlines for an entirely different reason, a wild $14,000 club tab that had everyone, including her mom, in disbelief. This wasn't just a regular night out, it was a high glam, bottle popping evening that aired in the show's July 1st episode. Riley, along with some fellow Bravo offspring, spent the night living it up at a high end NYC nightclub. But just hit the floor when Riley confessed to Kandi that she'd footed a hefty portion of the $14,000 bill, half, to be exact. Yes, she dropped about $7,000 on bottle service, including a pricey Don Julio 1942 bottle, with her castmate Amamira covering most of the rest. Candy's reaction: explosive. She was stunned, baffled, and completely thrown off. "I'm paying for 1942 bottles and $14,000, she asked, barely holding back. Her daughter trying to dodge the full story only made things worse. "Girl, you got too much money to burn," she snapped, giving her daughter a verbal wake-up call. The napkin swat that followed was part comedy, part raw frustration, part tough love, all caught on camera. But beneath the surface of that dramatic mother-daughter clash was something far deeper: a generational reckoning, a moment where the harsh glare of wealth and reality TV collided with the growing pains of early adulthood. Kandi wasn't just mad about the bill, she was shaken that her daughter, raised with values and structure, could spend thousands of dollars in a single night and think nothing of it. It wasn't about the money, it was about what it symbolized. Riley was stepping into adult independence, but doing it with the kind of extravagance that sends every responsible parent's alarm bells ringing. And this wasn't a one-off issue. Earlier episodes of Next Gen NYC had already shown Kandi laying out clear terms for Riley post-college. After earning her NYU degree in music business, Riley had a timeline: 6 months to find a job or head to law school, or the financial lifeline would end. No more free rides. Riley seemed open to different paths, dual degrees at Columbia, but her mother's message was consistent: you need to be financially accountable. Now, to be fair, Riley isn't some aimless rich kid. She's had brand deals with companies like Dark and Lovely and Makeup Forever. She's made money as a digital creator. But a $14,000 night out, even in influencer circles, that kind of spending turns heads. And with Bravo cameras rolling, it became more than a private parenting moment, it was a national TV spectacle. Critics had a field day. Headlines labeled it chaotic, excessive, and downright outrageous. Others pointed out the irony of Riley's bestie Ariana praising her maturity moments before Riley casually admits to spending thousands on one night's fun. The fallout was real. Kandi's visit wasn't just for hugs and bonding, it was to deliver a reality check. And in typical mom fashion, she didn't hold back. But to Riley's credit, she isn't just a headline or a walking scandal. In another episode, she confronted castmate Charlie Zucker over being called scary, something she immediately called out as a microaggression. Her confidence and poise in standing her ground showed maturity. Kandi backed her daughter completely, reminding her how important it is to speak up, especially as a young Black woman navigating public spaces, beyond the drama and dollar signs. Riley's journey on Next Gen NYC is clearly one of transformation. She moved from the energy-draining chaos of Manhattan to a quieter space in Brooklyn. She's been honest about reconciling with her father, dealing with identity, and the constant tug of war between independence and familial expectations. Online commenters might poke fun or criticize, but Riley is slowly carving her own path just with the whole world watching, and that's the real kicker. Being Kandi Burruss's daughter comes with baggage, fame, money, expectation. Riley's been public property since childhood, but she's also pushing back against being boxed in. She's studying for the LSATs, thinking about the music business, and weighing her next steps, all while under a deadline that would make most 20-somethings sweat. The $14,000 club bill. That was just the flashpoint. The real story is about Riley learning how to live life on her own terms, but with discipline. Will she stop the lavish nights out? Will she book enough paid gigs to support her lifestyle? Or will her mother's tough love finally sink in? Time and the next few episodes will tell. And while the Bravo cameras might catch the drama, what they don't always show is the emotional groundwork beneath all that glitz. The journey between Riley and Kandi has been long, complex, and full of the kind of moments every parent and child can relate to, even if theirs happen in front of millions. From Riley's early years, Kandi always made her a priority, ensuring she had as normal a childhood as possible despite the spotlight. Vacations, bedtime routines, and Sunday dinners were the norm. But as Riley grew, so did the challenges. By her teenage years, independence and the pressures of growing up famous caused plenty of mother-daughter friction. Social media added fuel to the fire, and any mistake Riley made, it had the potential to go viral. Still, Kandi adapted. From enforcing digital curfews to monitoring social platforms, she played both parent and protector. And Riley, in turn, tried to walk that tightrope, wanting to be her own person while still respecting her mother's rules. They clashed, of course, over makeup parties, friends, clothes. But they also grew. Kandi's marriage and the birth of Riley's younger siblings added another layer. Riley, now the older sister, felt the shift, wondering where she fit in as her mom built a new family dynamic. Kandi worked hard to keep the bond strong, setting aside solo time for Riley. Still, those growing pains never completely vanished. College brought another shift. Riley moved out, started adulting in her own way. But letting go wasn't easy for either of them. Kandi admitted to struggling with stepping back. Riley craved space but still needed guidance. Disagreements over money, grades, and life choices continued, but so did their growth. COVID was a pressure cooker. Back under one roof, the two clashed like never before. But eventually, they opened up, cried, talked, forgave. It was a turning point. They stopped trying to win arguments and started listening. That willingness to talk things out has become their strength. Whether it's about a risk brand deal Riley wants to post or a new business she wants to start, they negotiate. They don't always agree, but they work through it. Riley's not just Kandi's daughter anymore. She's becoming her own woman. She's taken therapy seriously, started exploring her passions, and even partnered with her mom on philanthropic and creative projects. They've tossed around ideas about a mentorship program, a fashion line, maybe even a podcast. Sure, challenges remain, but their relationship has evolved from rules and rebellion to collaboration and mutual respect. Kandi calls Riley her greatest teacher. Riley says her mom helped her understand what it means to lead with love, even during conflict, and if their journey says anything, it's that love doesn't mean perfection. It means trying, talking, showing up even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. So yeah, maybe that $14,000 night wasn't a shining moment, but it was real. And it opened the door to something more meaningful than bottle service and Bravo buzz. It became a catalyst for reflection, for growth, and for two women, mother and daughter, figuring life out together, one dramatic moment at a time. Stay tuned, because if Riley's evolution so far is any